The first tip is associations that we have been contaminated with. This is tip number 2, relying on motivation. What's happening? My name is Albert. Welcome to another workout with this 61-year-old. And so, today's workout is going to be a swinging dead hang with a twist, along with a special topic that I think is so important, which is, if you do not like exercising, please listen up. Please, because these 5 tips that I'm going to share changed my life. I do not have any problem working out at any time. I am so active thanks to these tips that I'm going to share. And so, for your convenience, if you're just interested in the tips, just go to the chapters and skip the dead hangs. And if you're interested in checking out this 61-year-old dead hang, then just check out the dead hangs. And so, I'm going to get straight to a regular dead hang only for the purpose of seeing if I bypass my record, which is 1 minute and 24 seconds. And so I'm going to dead hang straight. And then after my first tip, then I'll do the swinging dead hang with a twist. So let's get to it. 1, 2, 3. Oh boy. So I have no idea. I'm timing afterwards, and so let's see. Okay, so now let's get to this first tip here. The first tip is associations that we have been contaminated with. Now, these associations are culturally fostered, which means no pain, no gain. We grew up with that stuff. We associate exercise with struggling, with suffering, with pain, with something that we don't want to do. In the army, they punish people with push-ups. Come on, give me 20 more, give me 20 more. And they make it look like punishment. So we associate the exercising with punishment. And so my brother used to punish me with push-ups as punishment. And I used to over 20 push-ups. But now, if anyone tried to punish me with 50 push-ups, I'll give you 100. And why? Because I stopped the associations. I caught on. If you're a kid and you're watching the Rocky movies and they're screaming and huffing and they're sweating and they're making it look difficult and making it look painful, then you're going to associate that with pain. And so when you do it, even if it's not painful, you go like this and you make the faces, and the faces is also fostered. Because I lifted weights like this with nothing. I huff and puff on purpose because it's out of habit, and also it creates a better dynamic to it looks nice, and so, but I don't have to. And so all these things that are fostered with associating exercise with suffering is such fluff. And to prove this, if anyone who ever struggles exercising, you have to ask yourself and take a real good look that why going in you suffered and you didn't want to work out, but after the workout you felt so good. You have to figure this out for yourself, because when I woke up to this, it jolted me. It made me ponder about the power of associations, that if I'm already associating a run or to go work out for a half an hour, whatever, if I'm already going in with the mind going, oh man, I don't want to do it, But when I'm finished, I'm like, wow, that felt fantastic. Right there. So the associations must stop. And so I stopped it 100%. It's common if you hear whatever, you hear average around the world culturally. Oh, yeah, I don't like to exercise. But they're just copying what they heard, because those same people will say, oh yeah, that workout felt so good, and then when they make progress they feel so proud. So going in is the cultural traits, going out is the actuality of how good it feels to work out. So exercising for me, there's no struggle for 9+ years, no struggle, no pain, and no suffering at all whatsoever. And thanks to me waking up to it, taking a real good look, and then watching the others continue to do it. Oh, I hate exercise, but I do it like I love it. Come, give me a break. Come on, man. It's not all that. The other thing to tie together is being a child and you're running and jumping naturally and you can't stay still. And right after school, you put on the roller skates and you run and then play basketball and then play this and then play volleyball. And then when you grow up, what happens? Oh, no. Because when you were a kid, you weren't contaminated. But when you grew up, oh, and then you know what, I'm tired, I'm busy, oh, I'm not young anymore. And so these are the things that are hurting all the people that are continually gonna say that. You will continually say that you will struggle and suffer and there's pain with exercise as long as you carry those concepts. So I got rid of them. They're out of my life. This is why at any time I work out, at any time I run, at any time I'm active, there's nothing holding me back anymore, thanks to me getting rid of those cultural aspects. And so I'm going to do now the swinging dead hang with a twist. So let's get to it. 1, 2, 3. Again. Yo, man. I'm feeling a little weaker. That's so good, man. All right, so that was the swinging dead hang with a twist that provides an extra stretch in the lats, extra stretch in the core area. And so now, this is tip number 2, relying on motivation. We are big on that, and that's another culturalistic trait that we inherited. They forced it upon us to constantly need motivation and inspiration. And now, let me tell you why that's so not cool. That doesn't work, because if I need to be motivated, that means I am waiting and relying on an outside energy, an outside force to make me do something, this body do something. And it's false. Let me give you an example. I'm talking with friends at 2 p.m. and we're talking about bodybuilding, and maybe we're watching something and I'm all fired up, right? This happened many times. And that fired feeling right there and then was enough for me to really, really, really do something. But the mind said, wow, I'm really motivated. I'm going to work out tonight. And when the evening came, it never happened. It never happened, because those bits are just momentary. They're just way too momentary, and it doesn't really happen. Another example is, oh yeah, at the top of the year, New Year's, I'm going to join the gym and go buy gym clothes and weights and this and that and have it all planned out and be all psyched, right? That's motivation, right? And then at the top of the year, I go maybe for a week or two and then quit. And so this motivational factor is wordplay. It's a cultural trait, society trait. It's a traditional trait. We carry these things and we talk. And what do we say? Or what do I hear because I don't do it anymore? Oh, I'm demotivated, which means now you're waiting for something to come to you. And so I'm asking, well, where are you? That's what I asked myself. Where is Albert? Where's this dude? I'm going to wait for what? This means if this motivation doesn't come to me, I'm not working out. Oh, I'm demotivated will be what I will continually say. Now, going back to the child, before they're contaminated, but before 6, 5, at that age, they're not contaminated. You won't hear a child saying, "Oh, I'm not motivated." They're running and playing, hopping. When they walk, they skip. And they're energetic naturally. But what happens when the contamination kicks in with good and bad, and I don't like this and I like that, and oh, that's painful, or I can't do that, and they're better and they're stronger. Once all that contamination kicks in, then we need to wait for something called motivation to come visit us. And now the child in me is lost because I jumped on the bed, ran, I couldn't stay still. And I lost that due to being contaminated with concepts, relax. And my body always wanted to dance and play, and I ignored it based on being adult, being responsible in other areas, and I never continued to satisfy the 600 plus muscles that I carry. And so motivation, the concept of motivation and demotivation is entirely out, is abandoned. I do not use it. I do not subscribe to it. Is out. 100% out. And this is why, because it's out, and because the cultural concepts are to associate exercising with pain, you have to think about the associations just one bit. We associate pain, suffering with relationships, with working, with everything, because we're brought up that way. And so now, if I am carrying that stuff, I'm just carrying the cultural concepts forward, and I'm living those things out. And so I cut that out. So no more associations to anything. No more motivation, no more demotivation, no more inspiration. None. Now I am an entity that's ready to move anytime. And so let's get to dead hang number 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I gotta go down again. Alright, so this arm is slipping. Man. So, okay, I'm not feeling all that strong, bro. This is probably from the freaking crazy workouts that I put myself through. And I'm not feeling all that well, so that's all good. Now, tip number 3. The question itself about do you like exercise or don't has nothing to do with like or dislike for me. There's no answer. I'm not going to now go, oh, I don't like exercise. I'm not going to fall into that cultural aspect to just say I don't like exercise like everyone else. Or the people that work out, they still are slowing themselves down by saying, oh, I don't like exercise, but I do it anyway. Because the I don't like exercise is an aspect. But once again, when we do the exercise, we feel so good. We should look at that. Oh, I don't like it, but I still do it. Oh, wow, and it feels great. There's a certain energy that hits us. There's a certain clarity that comes over us. There's a certain dopamine thing. There's a certain level of wow that happens to us when we exercise. And yet we are struggling to get that done. And so there's no like or dislike in the matter. So there's no answer for me. I cannot answer whether I like it or I don't like it. And I do that with a lot of things. Once I like and I dislike, I'm causing that type of resistance. And so now I'm favoring one over the other. And there's a little struggle there. Oh, I like it. Oh, no, I don't like this one. So I'm wishing this could be better. Oh, I didn't like that hang that I just did. No, there's no like or dislike in the matter. There's no like and dislike for mostly anything. But if there's a dislike, the dislike comes from my system. Like if I taste something and it makes me go, my system corresponds to the thing that I ate. And I will just put it down. I don't have to say, oh, I didn't like that. So carrying the likes and dislikes is trouble. So I don't carry it at all. I took it out. And so if someone was to ask me, so do you like exercising? I'll have to pause and try to find out a way to answer that without saying, yes, I like it, or no, I don't like it. I never thought about it. I can't even answer it right now. Like, what would I say? Okay, hey Albert, do you like exercise? Oh, it's not a matter of liking or not liking. I just do it naturally. Maybe they won't catch that because they're so used to it's ingrained in us to need to like something or not like something. Coffee, oh, I didn't like this one. The restaurant, oh, I didn't like it. We're so used to it, it's expected. So this may be hard to come across someone who is rooted and living out liking and disliking. I like this and I don't like this, but that's out, completely out. And so how am I doing with this dead hang? You know, the swinging makes the dead hang harder, and the twisting makes it that much harder. So what I'm going to do, for all fair measure, the last one wasn't that much of a swing, but what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just do a straight dead hang so that I can at least time it and see just the differences. So let's get to it. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, okay, these are really short. These are really freaking short, man. So good, bro, I'm dead hanging, bro. All right, so tip number 4, right? Exercising, right? There's a battle within exercise, which shouldn't be there. And this battle is causing so much trouble. Battle number 1, the battle against food. Where if you watch children, they're eating all kinds of stuff and they're running around that they're not thinking about it. They're not putting that, what they eat and how they exercise, they go together. They're just running and playing. And if we did that, we'd be better off too. We probably could eat everything. But what happens is that we fall off, we end up gaining excess weight. And at that peak level, when we have too much, there's a rush to get rid of it. And so the rush to get rid of it, we think along the calculated lines of I want to lose by a month or 2 months, and then if it doesn't happen, the discouragement happens, and there we go, and we lose it again. And the battle is one of the biggest problems because the fitness arena out there selling all these lose this in 2 weeks, lose this in a month, lose this in 5 days, and what's happening is that that's the information that's coming our way. And there's a battle there because of someone who grew up eating a certain way, now you have to give all that up. That's battle number 1. Now you're in a rush to lose weight. And then what happens is that since there is the taking your body off course, because you're eating a certain way and you're used to it, now you take your body off course. After a month or 2 months, that off course causes you to freaking go right back to what you're used to. And so no one thinks like I do, where I told people that needed to lose weight, I said, just try to go for a pound a month. Because this should be a lifetime journey. This shouldn't be I'll lose weight in 3 months and then I'm there. Because people also think that when they lose weight in 3 months that they'll be there and then they could go back to what they were doing. No, this is a real big problem, and that's so common. Like I remember I was telling someone, oh, I'm going to get to this size and get to this size. It was my goal, but I didn't have a calculated, fixed goal. I didn't have it because I know what I'm talking about now. And he says, so what happens when you achieve it? You see? He didn't know. This is a lifetime journey. And so if anyone lost a pound a month, that's 12 pounds in a year. That's 24 pounds in 2 years, and so on and so on and so on. And so if anyone was to actually just drop the whole thing of a desire to lose a certain weight within an amount of time, you'll be able to do so much better naturally because your body will assume its position in what you're doing because the body is smart and it'll adapt. And next thing you know, you look at the scale and you'll be like, oh my God. And you'll see so much more progress. This is the same thing for the guys that are trying to build a certain amount of muscle during a certain time, and they go through the same thing, and it's worse for them because when they don't see the results that they want, and they start taking more stuff, and then they start facing more dangers, and then it becomes a real big mess. And so that battle is there, and it doesn't need to be there. And so I cut out all that stuff in 2 weeks this, in a month this. I don't want to know anything about the process that this does. I'm not going to listen to someone else telling me how this is going to correspond to my exercising and to how I eat. If there's anything that I do, is that I know what I ate and I know how I'm exercising. And then I see for myself how I correspond. And so I've been doing this plus 9 years. And so I've had my waves. I had points where I was like splurging and eating a lot. And I saw myself gain. And I saw myself lose. I saw myself big. I saw myself really slim. And so I saw myself under so many different aspects. And I was able to learn from this by observing myself, not turning to some type of a blueprint that someone was trying to give me. Eat this or eat that. Or if you want to do this, then do this. Or when you wake up in the morning, do this. No, you cannot put that type of a protocol onto this life. And so if you do it and you follow them, and you end up getting screwed. Discouragement, which I don't do the discouragement either, but I'm just talking that you will get discouraged when you see that there's no results. Like I have a friend that told me that he can't lose weight and he's been trying so hard. Right there and then there's a calculated measure of him wanting to achieve it under a certain amount of time. We don't know how long it's going to take. We have to troubleshoot. We have to change a lot. We have to do a lot more, maybe more exercise, maybe less, maybe change this diet, maybe change our breakfast, maybe stop eating late, maybe do the intermittent fasting, give your body a chance, do more walks. It's so much involved that the simple answers, they're horrible, because the simple answers, as you can see, they're not working. And so go ahead and associate, number one. Go ahead. Oh, exercise is suffering, and if you want to get in shape, you have to suffer. Go ahead and continue that and watch what's gonna happen. Go ahead waiting for motivation to come. Oh, I'm demotivated. Go ahead and like and dislike. Go ahead and battle with the food and have a calculated time, and by this I'm gonna lose this, and by this and by then and by then. Go ahead and watch what happens. And you will see that you will always be stuck trying to get something that can't be achieved because the measures are outside of the way our body is, where it takes time. It takes time, man. And so we have to give this body time. And so what I'm going to do now is get into the next dead hang. And then I think I just did 4. The last one is number 5. And so let's get to it. 1, 2, 3. Oh boy, that sound. Number 5, right? Number 5 is putting this all together by taking a look at my life as a child and how freely I moved and how I couldn't stay still and how I was constantly in front of the mirror dancing and doing karate and all this and making believe that I was the $6 million man and running with the socks on and running outside, playing tag, playing hide and go seek, constant action. And then that action, which was so natural, was replaced by our mechanical workout system. This mechanical workout system is do 10, do 12. It's mechanical. It's outside of the way we have been constructed. Steps, walk 10,000 steps. And what's happening is that mechanical, calculated counting. On Mondays, you do the chest. Tuesday, you rest. On Wednesday, the back. And then Friday, the legs. And then Saturday, the cardio. That is what is really destroying us exercising naturally. Because now I do not plan anything at all, because I allow my body to say it's time to hang, bro. After the workouts that I've been doing, I needed to hang, bro. And I'm not feeling good, so hanging is a nice, safe exercise for me to do, where I'm not going to exert myself while I am getting it together. And so that's what I'm talking about. But if I were to have a life where Mondays I had to do this, then Monday, just the thought of me doing chest would start to Because what if I want to run on Monday? What if I feel like doing core on Monday? This means I'm neglecting my body's wishes over a protocol, a plan, a design, a method, a training method, a blueprint, somebody's spreadsheet. And so this here is screwing people up because you're looking for a plan because you want to, let's say, lose weight or get in shape. That plan is not going along with your natural state, the way you are, the way you like to move, and maybe the way you like to exercise. Like I always say that there are people that are just different, that are athletic prone. Athletic prone means that the running abilities, they're light and they want to run and they're not so strong. Then you got the strength guys. The strength guys are the ones that want to climb mountains. They want to climb, do bouldering. They want to lift heavy. And then there's some artistic, creative bodies that want to dance, and they're very flexible. They belong maybe in the circus. Or the circus guys, they're those other class of circus guys, they're strong and they belong there. But what we're doing is that the person who lets themselves go and you don't tap into your childhood to try to find out what your spiel is, and you end up lifting 12 and doing something that you don't like. Like I love Pilates, and so I belong there. I do not like strength training. I like it in a way, but I'm geared towards athletic stuff. I like the challenges. I like to climb. I like to run. I like to hop, skip. I like to do a lot of stuff that involves throwing my body around. And since I'm flexible, it works for me to work out that way. So now I am working out in the way that I'm fashioned to work out. So if you're fashioned to work out like that and they're making you work out like this, that's a real big problem. Because if you get rid of the associations, and if you get rid of the motivation, and all that's gone, and if you get rid of liking and disliking, and if you get rid of the battle between the foods and the battle between the calculated measures of what you want to arrive to, and you just decided to work out automatically, but this part is not ironed out, and you're supposed to be playing volleyball or tennis, or you're supposed to be moving your body, yoga, maybe something like that, and you decide to do what a trainer is telling you to do, and you're following her, then there's the wall that you're gonna hit. So all these things that I'm talking about, I got rid of. And I allow my body to flourish. If you look at this channel, all my workouts are different. I pick up themes, and I get into these themes, and I work out these themes creatively, and I work out like this and like that and like that, and then I get bored and I move on, just like a child. You make a child play the same game, they'll just walk away. We need a variety. And so having this variety and finding what you love to do, and if you don't find anything to do, then try everything until something sticks. Try the yoga, try the Pilates, try Tai Chi, try bodybuilding, try the athletic stuff, try the CrossFit, try walking, try mountain climbing, go on a trip, go swimming, play a sport, and keep going until you find what it is that you want to do. And then along the lines, you ought to find it. But it's you working it out, not someone telling you what to do. It's not a nutritionist saying you need to eat this, have 4 almonds, and eat 4 strawberries, and then you're left starving. Plus, you don't like that food, and you're forcing yourself to eat food that you don't like. So, man, this video comes to an end with my 5 tips of what helped me pop out of that world. I'm not in that world whatsoever. I work out naturally like this here. I did what I did. I didn't do so good in comparison, but that's all good. I'll pick it up later. I'm not in a race. I'm not really comparing myself. I look to see, but I'm not really comparing. Like, I'm not trying to be better. One day I'll hang and I'll know I'll do better. That's my record. But I'm not trying to be better. I'm just hanging. I don't know if that came across. Oh, you gotta compare yourself to yourself. No. Yesterday was different than today. I'm not gonna compare what I did before to now because I'm different and everything is different. But I like to look, and I mark things down for curiosity reasons. But I'm not trying to be better. So if I do less of a dead hang, so be it. I'm 61 years old. It's okay. So anyway, this dead hang and this chat comes to a close. And until the next one, I am done.